Hello, Lara Joe, SirenSong lover, just hanging out. I'm gonna do a tarot pull, see how we're doing today in the collective. Do an energy read, maybe an energy clear. See what's going on. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm outside enjoying the weather. I know it's a little on the toasty side, so I have a fan going, which I guess is better than nothing. Temperance. Okay. Alright, so there's a few cards that popped out. Temperance. How are you needing to use patience and balance to bring everything that you want into focus and desire? This is the world. When you rush ahead and it's not that time, or you rush ahead and you aren't using patience, you aren't letting it unfold naturally, that will put you in an imbalanced situation. The Wheel of Fortune speaks to karma and luck, and when we're impatient, we don't let things unfold how they're supposed to. Like, we want to say karma's taken too long, so we're just going to take things into our own hands. Well, that unfortunately puts you in like a reverse wheel. So you have to use that temperance, that patience, that balance to be able to restructure and to be able to bring harmony to your world. Like, start creating a world that is your own, that makes you so incredibly happy that you ever wondered why you were impatient. Like, the good things take time. If you want the best things, you have to be willing to put in the work, the time, the journey, the destination, the everything to get what it is that you wish. So have patience. Temperance is Sagittarius energy, so you've got that fiery passion, and the biggest challenge that Sagittarius faces is finding that harmony, that balance, without being overzealous and just wounded healer and letting it all go. The Fool. Be willing to go out on a new path, in a new journey. If everything that you've done before didn't work for you, be willing to either step back and take a new look at it, like a childlike perspective, or be willing to go out on your own. Like, if you're failing already and you know that that situation is no longer going to support you, why aren't you willing to be going out and exploring life on your own and be willing to fail on your own? And I know that sounds doom or gloom. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be like, if you're gonna take a risk and if you're going to do something in life, be willing to go all in. Be willing to be carefree and charge ahead, not knowing what's in the future. So, alright, I'm gonna pull a few more cards. I'm Lara Joe, SirenSong lover. Hope you're having a beautiful day. If you have any questions or you like my vibe, please come on in, chat along. I am a chatty girl, or chatty soul. There's some endings for you, my friend, or some Scorpio energy within your environment. So this is letting go of the cycles that no longer work for you and being willing to move on. Like, let go. Knight of Wands, this is rush ahead with your passions, with your wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Death card, that is Scorpio energy all over the place. And what that really is embrace the cycles of change. Embrace when things start and end. And think of it as the natural cycles of the earth, how we have winter and we all kind of fall into like a little lull and rest. That is also how our life cycles go. Like, even within our own seasons of life, we have like lulls of rest where we hibernate and we recuperate and we have to regroup. So take this time not as like, oh my gosh, everything's done. Take that as a time to rest and breathe and recuperate and figure out what all of your passions are before you go charging ahead into the future. So be willing to step out on the ledge and go in new paths, new endeavors, and like, after deep endings, after betrayals, after losses, after things that you never thought you would ever see go away, like, let them go. Don't hold on to them. And then count your blessings, count your losses, gather what you need, and charge ahead forward. So I think a lot of us collectively have taken a lot of losses, and then we now need to like sit back and look at what we invest our time, our energy, our efforts into, and take stock about, hey, what can't we take forward with us into the future? What no longer can we support? Page of Swords, this is in Page of Pentacles. So using discernment about who in your energy has been immature and playing mind games. Page of Swords, this is people in your energy that don't have the best of intentions for you. They want to see you fail. And you can't take the person that wants to see you fail, you can't take them with you when you become the CEO. Like, they don't want you to be the CEO. They want you to be the janitor. Or even worse, like, not even have access. So you can't take those people with you that don't want to see you winning. So be willing to cut out any friends, family, ideas, thoughts, patterns that create more mental confusion than they do peace and prosperity. Because Page of Pentacles, this puts your energy in that childish, like, well, I'm gonna say it like a Lord of the Rings, like, my precious, like you're holding on so hard to your coins, but it's because you don't know who's for you and who's against you, and what thought path is for you and what is against you. So start using discernment after you've taken heavy betrayals, and start being willing to go out and be on your own, even if it's hard, even if it's scary. Be willing to be alone instead of having a circle of people that rob you of your mental peace and of your financial prosperity. Queen of Cups, sitting in the embodiment of beautiful feminine emotions. This Queen of Cups, this is the peace matters at all costs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, it doesn't, like, Queen of Cups sits in that embodiment. She does not need anything or anyone else. She's stable mentally. She's happy. She's filled her own cups. This is my peace, my emotions, my cups are more important than anyone else's drama and chaos. And I hope that you've come to the point in your path where chaos is no longer welcome. Like, peace is the only option. Because you have to come to realize, like, quit fighting yourself, quit fighting everyone else, start finding the things that make you happy, that bring you peace, that bring you joy. The Empress, you'll sit in this beautiful embodiment. Like, this is Pisces energy. You'll sit in that beautiful embodiment, that love. You have all of the answers within you for your happiness. You intuitively know that rest and rejuvenation enlightens and brings happiness, joy, abundance, peace, bliss to your universe. And you have all of those pieces, all of those keys within your environment. You do not need anyone else to bring you happiness, peace, joy, any of that. So the Empress is a highly intuitive, highly just beautiful energy of, you have all of the pieces within your environment, and you can cultivate the most beautiful love story, because it's your happiness that matters, your embodiment. These are beautiful feminine water sign energies. Even the Scorpio rebirth and death cycle, that's a beautiful feminine energy of life progressing through the cycles, and how it's not always good forever and it's not always bad forever. You must know the duality of both in order to find happiness and balance. Like, you can't know how good life is without knowing how hard life is also. So it's knowing that all of those pieces, even the heartbreak, even the pain, even the growth, the expansion, the whatever you need to do to let go of things that no longer serve you. Badger! My dog decided he wanted to take a walkabout, which is about to become problematic. We'll see how that plays out. He's probably gonna get scared and then get himself wrapped in a tree. So if I hop up, you'll know why. King of Pentacles sitting in your financial abundance. Once you start realizing, so we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. So when we say King of Pentacles, that's as a divine feminine, you're sitting in your embodiment of your masculine abundance. This could also be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, masculine. It could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, feminine, maybe in their unhealed energy. Hold on 1 minute. Please. Come on, Badger. Come on, handsome. Come on. Badger. 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 I can't help you, bro. Badger. Come on. Come on. Okay. My dog decided he wanted to take a walk dog. God love him. Alright, let me go back. Alright. The Hermit. We must go within to find the answers that we seek outside of us. You must go within, go on a journey all by yourself. This is Virgo energy. This is knowing that the answers that you seek are within you and not outside of you, not within anyone else. You have the answers to heal yourself. So lean into that. This is again heavy earth energy, heavy pentacles. Like, how are you healing yourself so that you can heal your abundance? How are you healing yourself so that you can heal your generational lines, so that you can heal anything that you may be carrying around that is not yours? Go within to heal the patterns that others have maybe created for you by signing contracts on your behalf. I don't know if that makes any sense. No one else can give away your destiny or your fate. So if they try, that comes with heavy consequences. And a lot of times we have people volunteer us for different fates because they feel like that would benefit them better. So go within to find clarity, like shut out everyone else's voice to be able to hear what you need to hear. Like the Hermit is kind of going within, like think of walking through the desert 40 days and 40 nights, and that's not necessarily something you truly have to do. Sometimes it's like hypothetically, or it's like you're on like a trek and you don't realize it is like 40 days of solitude, and or 40 days of just kind of observing and watching instead of using your voice. And what that gives you is when you start like going within for long periods of time, you're able to better hear what you need or want and what you desire truly in life. And that's incredibly necessary to do the inner work, do the inner challenge, do the inner shadow work, because in order to get the best life we want, we have to be able to sit with ourselves. Like if we don't like ourselves and we can't sit with ourselves, how can we expect anyone else to sit with us? Like if we don't like hanging out with ourselves, like we're bored with what we do by ourselves, like why would we want anyone else to hang out with us, or why would they think we're exciting when we don't even find what we do ourselves exciting? The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Okay. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. So learn the lessons from the past of what you will never tolerate or what you never want again, or how you ever want to interact with a partner again. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. We get so hung up on being, and this is me. Like I'm this is like personal, like if I were looking in the mirror, this is me. Like I got so hung up on what everyone else wanted for me or wanted me to be or wanted me to fit in their box, and why? Like that path didn't work for them. It definitely didn't work for me. Like how do you expect me to fit in a box that you can't even fit into? So I became exhausted from trying to be what everyone else wanted me to be. Can't do it anymore. I tried. So, but once I realized like I didn't have to be that specific thing for them, my path opened up. I didn't have to be XYZ to be with this man, because I found out being with that man made me sick. Why would I want to be with that man if he made me sick? Why would you want to be around people that make you feel bad about yourself, or that make you feel like you're a servant? Don't hang around people that don't appreciate you. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. When you cannot see your angels, your protections with your eyes, know that you can feel their embrace. They are walking beside you. When your path feels lonely and there's no friends to walk with you, you're walking with your angels. You're walking with your ancestors. You're walking with your guides. And here's where it gets tricky. When you decide to go on a new path, everyone's going to look at you and be like, you're crazy. No one's ever done it. It's not going to work. Hate. Yet, they don't know, because they were never brave enough to go beyond the parameters that they set for themselves. They were never brave enough to walk out on faith, to walk out unseen into the unknown, and not knowing if you're gonna fly or fall, just having faith that there is something better out there for you. Yeah. You can't tell the pathfinders and the wayshowers and the pioneers that they're going the wrong way. We know we're going the wrong way. We saw that you went the other way and it didn't work. Like, it didn't work for eons. It didn't work. We have proof that we can see that your way has not worked the whole time. So when someone comes forward and says, hey, let's try a new path, they're going to call you all kinds of things. And yet, when you win, they're going to be like, damn it, I should have tried that. Or that was my blah, blah, blah. No, they were never brave enough to stop. Like, I look at the generational patterns I have with my family, and I look at my mom, and we had a complex relationship, and she also was a very incredibly intelligent, smart, beautiful, out-of-the-box thinker, and she could never express that. And I'm sad that she didn't break the pattern so that she could have had a better life. And in my own patterning, in my own family, I'm sad because I didn't break the pattern before I had kids. And now I'm sad having to break the pattern of all of my generations and my own patterning so that my grandkids could potentially have a better life, so that my grandkids don't live the messed up patterning that we all had before them. Like, I know my way doesn't make sense. I know nobody wants to go with it, and yet I dream of a future where my grandkids don't have to worry about being protected by their guardians. Like, that their guardians actually, or guardians, I don't know. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. I love this card. This is so, like, aura of peacock. And one thing I've learned to embody in life recently is, how do you let your feathers show? How do you show your plumage, even though other birds may be angry or jealous or target you for being beautiful? Let your feathers show. Let your beauty shine. Be luxurious. Be opulent. Be beautiful. Be royalty and regal, even if no one else understands it. You have caught someone's eyes. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Keep being your authentic self, and the people that love you will start catching notice of you, and they'll start making advances towards you. It's okay. So the law of assumption, what you want wants you. So every little deep desire that you have, it wants to be your deep desire too. Otherwise it wouldn't keep calling you. You also have to assume that it's already yours. So ask for it, assume that it's already yours, and move on with life. And then when it actually appears in your reality, and I've had this happen where I'll ask for something and then it'll appear, and I'm like, the universe does listen. It does actually give you the things that you want and you ask for. Like, your guardians, the universe is always listening, and it always wants to give you what you want. You have to be willing to accept that you get what you want and accept it. Even the bad stuff, you get what you want in the bad stuff and accept that too. But it's being cool when you get something really big that you ask for and not freaking out, and just knowing naturally, like, yep, I am that powerful that I asked for this beautiful new life and it became mine. So why am I so surprised when that beautiful new life also has different sets of challenges that I also asked for? Be willing to be bold and you, and ask for things, because we don't get more of something if we don't show that we can handle what we have. So show gratitude for what you have. Show love and humility for what you have, and then ask for more and be thankful when you get that. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So radically accepting life does not look like how you want it to look, and it's temporary. Very shortly, this will all just be a thought. Like, if what you're worried about right now would not matter in 5 years, why are you losing sleep over it? If what you're worried about would not matter in 5 days, why are you losing sleep over it? If what you're worried about would not matter in 5 decades, why are you losing sleep over it? Like, life really is both that deep and not that deep. So yes, you have to worry, but do you really? Because eventually it all works out, and way better than you could ever think or ask for. I love that. Like, I've been so worried about something, I'll be like, oh, I want this to happen, and it didn't go how I asked for it to, which is how the universe works. Because when you ask for something, it delivers it in such a magical way that your brain couldn't have realized how it would come together. So sometimes you have to realize you can't micromanage when you ask for blessings. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. I love these cards. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And they're heart-shaped, so that's always going to be a draw for me. And when you think of heart, so we have that misconception about heart. We get the heart shape from putting two hearts together, not from one solo human heart, meaning everything in life is interdependent. We all need each other. We all need each other in order to find happiness and love and balance and abundance. So I've been telling myself this, and I've been trying to reprogram myself. I've done a lot of, oh, that could never happen to me, I'm too strong, or oh, that's not my reality, or I don't need anyone, or I'm fine by myself. And no, like, life works better in pairs. Everything in life is in pairs. So us saying that we don't need anyone else, no, we do need other people. Sometimes we just need space from other people. So let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So when you open into the truth of needing other people, but realizing that sometimes the biggest gift you can give to someone is space and grace and time. Hold on one moment. I've got to answer this. Okay, sorry. Duty calls. Duty rarely calls, but duty calls today, so go figure. Which is such a weird turn of events with everything going back direct with, like, Mercury is all those people that we had no communication or miscommunications with during Mercury retrograde. The channels are now opening. I watch it in action, and it's just such a weird experience. So yeah, these were connections that I thought I would never see again that open up, and I'm like, oh, okay. I answer those calls when I get them. Very few people I answer the calls from the past for, but there are a few. All right. Let's see. Okay. Sacred union. Okay. I love the synchronicity. I love the synchronicity. I love the synchronicity. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Okay, so if you're on a journey and you are dealing with soulmates, twin flames, karmic relationships, all of these are sacred. Even the bad relationships, the ones that hurt, the ones that make us grow, like those are the ones that probably help us learn and expand and become who we truly want to be more. So the people that teach you how to become a better human, it's sacred. And you have to honor the process. Like sometimes the process is messy and sometimes the process is ugly and it doesn't make sense and it hurts and it's chaotic, and then you realize that God truly does have a hand in your life, and God being whatever divine force you call upon, whether it be God or Buddha or Krishna, I want to say, but any of the other religions, whether it be indigenous religions, whether it be African medicine, hoodoo, voodoo, any of that, like, that's whatever you believe in, that's what protects you. Okay. Sacred union. It protects your sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. If you have that bond with someone and they've helped you grow exponentially, that is a gift that is given by the divine. And if you don't believe in the divine, come on over here and we'll talk about it, because I can tell you all gifts, stories, examples of how the divine touches our lives in every day in simple ways, and sometimes in the most profound ways. If you never thought there was a God, wait till you hang out with me, because I have plenty of stories, good, bad, and otherwise. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Hello, my love. Venus Day is a beautiful day. It's my day. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Be willing to keep flowing anywhere nature will take you. How are you doing today, my love? My hair is like quite the... I don't have a comb over, I promise. Or I do have a comb over, given to me by nature. Anywho, so I am pulling from the Lover's Oracle deck, just seeing any divine wisdom that may come through for us. It's a beautiful Friday. Okay. All right. Your own school event or someone else's school event. Thank you. You know, I love my decks. I love showing off my decks everywhere. I love showing my decks to all the men, shoving it in their face. I love sending them unsolicited deck pictures. I'm like that. I have a lot of nice decks. I don't know. Maybe that is the Venusian in me that loves all of the nice decks. I don't know. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Beautiful decks, beautiful confirmations indeed. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Life is full of mysteries. When you lean in and you embrace things that don't always, your mind can't always comprehend, you will be expanding. Be willing to grow, be willing to expand even when it's uncomfortable. that's like a great lesson that's been coming up recently for me, is that push through the pain. Not to your detriment, but be willing to push through the pain. Like when we're children, we go through growth spurts, or we go through growing pains. It's like our body grows so fast, and then we have to actually catch up. And there's all kinds, like there's fatigue, there's pain, there's moodiness, there's joint pain. Like the same is true with spiritual expansion and growth. We also go through growing pains as we ascend and expand as humans. We have to be willing to clean out and heal those parts within us so that we can expand greater than the pain that we held before. Be willing to open your wings and expand and embrace the beautiful journey that is unfolding ahead of you. Alright, hope you're having a beautiful day. I am Lara Jo, SirenSong lover. If you'd like to, you can tip here, or you can tip on Cash App, capital S for Siren, capital S for Song, capital L for Lover. Sewing into the ministry is always appreciated. I love to be able to come to bring you messages, and yeah, I need to be able to have the finances to buy all my nice decks. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Be willing to grow beyond what everyone in the past held you back with. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Keep growing, keep going. Be willing to open the door on a new day. I was talking to my partner the other day, and we were talking about something, and he and I, we were dealing with mental blocks, and he was talking about like a dream or like a message he had received, and I was helping him interpret, and we were talking about, it's like the unlocked door merely waits to be open. Like there was a message that he had, and all he had to do was open the door. It was unlocked. And it's such a simple concept, and it's just such a simple, like, yeah, all you have to do is open that door, yet why are you scared to open the door? What's behind it that you're scared of? And when you actually look down at the core of it, when you look at it, is it truly anything to be scared of? And why have you avoided opening that unlocked door for so long? So these are all fun, like pivotal growing experiences for all of us, because then I have to look at it and go, what door of my own has been open wide this whole time, and I've been so scared to walk through it and see what's on the other side? Like all I had to do is open the door, it was unlocked. Why was I so scared to open it? Because then when you do open it, you're like, oh, there's so many treasures in here that I didn't know existed. I know. Silly life examples of how God talks to us. There's some destruction going on around the property. Apparently there's some branches falling. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So if you truly love someone, and if they truly love you, they will be willing to give you space to breathe, to grow, to play, to learn, to create. Like, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So when you love someone, let them be themselves, because when you allow them that space, then you can be yourself. When you allow others to be themselves, then you can be yourself. You have space to be authentic, to be you. All right, let's see. We may be going on to a different deck pretty soon. I don't know. All right. It's really warm out here today. That's why I'm scantily clad with a fan blowing, because it is a little on the toasty side, and that's fine. I would rather be outside than inside. I've been wanting to read the last few days, and it's just been too heavy to do inside. Like, whatever the energy that has been carrying, that I've been releasing within the house, it's not conducive for reading. Like, it's too heavy. I am great, Cottage Country. How are you? I'm on the warm side today. Yeah. I'm having a beautiful day, Cottage Country. I spoke to the people I've loved today, at least two of them. Two of the list is a little sketch. I love multiple people, but I spoke to two of the most important people I love today. I know that homework is no joke. Everybody's like, oh, it's so easy. I'm like, is it though? Is it though? I'm glad you did it, and I know it was hard. I hope you feel so freaking accomplished. And you know what? I'm giving you a little gold star there, Cottage Country, for doing your homework today. I know it's impossible, my love. All right. I love that for you. I love that for us. I love that for the collective. I've got other homework assignments I can always give. Like, I've got so many homework assignments, but yeah. Gold star, my love. You got the gold star today. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. For life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Forgiveness. Ho'oponopono is about forgiveness for you. It's about forgiveness for each other. So the homework you did yesterday, it feels tiny. It doesn't feel like it did a big difference. It does. Because it not only affects you, it affects everyone that you love. It affects everyone that you know. When you start forgiving yourself, when you start forgiving other people, it affects everyone. Even the tiny little, like, I do this with myself all the time. I'll be like, gosh, Lyra, that was so ding dong. Why did you do that? And then I'm like, no, man, I'm human. I need grace. I give everyone else grace, and I forgive everyone else. Why can't I give myself grace? And why can't I forgive myself? So remember, forgiveness starts with you. Fill your cup first. Don't treat yourself poorly. Don't talk negatively to yourself. You're a magical creature. And you've made it through 100% of your hardest days. So I'm so glad you both made it back today. Can I say that? Like, when I see people come back, I'm like, yes, we made it through another day as a collective, even though it was really hard. I know that doesn't matter, or maybe it does matter. Like, I'm glad that I showed up today and that you showed up today, because no matter what we went to bed with on our plates yesterday, we all decided to get up today and come show up. Thank you. All right, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Keep showing up. Keep showing up every day when it's hard for yourself, even if no one else shows up, right? I think that's been the biggest thing in my journey. Like, I've been showing up when no one else does, and they all like to say how I'm not doing the work, and I'm like, I have had my feet on the ground in this zip code day in, day out when no one else has shown up. So do not tell me that I haven't been doing the work. I was in this zip code when none of the other parties were around that said that they were concerned or that they wanted to help. So no, the hardest thing in life is showing up and having roll call done and being on the list. So if you showed up today, thank God you made it. All right. Enough heaviness. Let's get out of that. I know we'll be back into that. All right. No one tells anyone, like, okay, so I'm the random girl. I love to go around and give crystals because, and like, I love to do it at drive-thrus. I love to give like little crystals at the drive-thru. Like, I give hearts, I give stars, there's like spheres, there's like points, there's everything. I do it everywhere I go. Like, I just give crystals because, do you know how cool it is as an adult to receive crystals? Like, and it's a simple little thing, and we can go back to like Jack and the Beanstalk. Like, yeah, like they're magic crystals, and they don't really mean anything, yet people get really incredibly happy, and it makes a difference when they get crystals. Because nobody ever gives anyone presents, or nobody ever tells anybody thank you for showing up anymore. But like, I'll go to a drive-through and I'll give them crystals, and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, like somebody gave me crystals, and another person will come up, and then I'll give them crystals too. And then I go home and I'll find like somewhere in my heart, like there'll be a heart somewhere within my meal, like on my hamburger bun, and I have pictures of it too, but like on the bottom of my hamburger bun I'll have like a heart shape in somehow in the imperfection in the bun. So yes, and the thing is, people don't realize that that's such a tiny thing. Like those little crystals, they don't cost very much, but it's such a tiny little detail that people, it makes them so freaking happy. I mean, like men, I love giving men crystals. Like my boyfriend, the first time, and that started out as a homework assignment too. We met as a homework assignment. We were doing a healing assignment together, and the first time I met him out in public, I gave him a rose quartz. I was like, men love to get crystals. And he kind of like, he didn't balk, but like he didn't really confirm or deny. And then no, like he dropped how important it was to get crystals, because men don't get love. Women don't get love. Like, we don't treat each other. And again, crystal is such a tiny little, and like I say, they're teeny. If I had one out here, next time I go in the house, I can get like a crystal to show you. They're just teeny little crystals that I give out when I go out in public, just because it makes me happy and it makes other people happy. And it's something I can do. And not everybody wants them, but more often than not, people get so excited when you get them. So if that's something you can do, if that's some way you can enrich lives, please do it. Please, please, please. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. I want this to be, nurture the bond of friendship within the relationship with you. Become your biggest friend. Become your biggest lover. Do the things that set your little heart on fire, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. Please. Do not let another day goes by that you don't do something, even if it's tiny, that you love. Even if it's for 5 minutes, do something that you love. Create a friendship, a bond, a love with yourself that you cannot break. Okay. Sacred union. I'm going to take one more from here, and then I'm going to go run and grab those crystals really quick just to show you. And then I'm going to switch decks. We're going to get into another nice deck because I'm full of them. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Everything that you do is sacred. Honor that. You are God, experiencing God. Sit in your divinity. Okay. Hopefully all of this makes sense. I don't know. And yet, ironically, we say shit all the time that doesn't make sense, and for that other person, it made all the sense in the world. I have that with one of the readers, because, you know, readers have readers just like therapists have therapists, right? And I go to this reader all the time, and we both have like the same vibe, and she'll be like, I don't know what any of this makes sense. I was like, just say it. And then she'll say it, and I'm like, yeah, no, it made sense. Whatever you said, it made sense. Okay, Cottage Country. I'm going to run in and grab those crystals really quick. I can do a reading for you. Think of your question, and I'll be right back. Let me go grab, like I say, just a few of those crystals to kind of show you what I'm talking about. And then we'll go from there. Give me a moment. And then, yeah. You want a reading? Hop in. Think of your question. I'll be right back. Let me take a sip. Zara, if you want a reading, hop on in. Think of your question. I'll be right back, my loves. Give me a moment. Stay, Badger. Badger. Stay. handsome. Good boy. Stay. Yeah? Okay. I'm getting you your water, baby. Aren't you handsome? Yeah. Good boy. Yeah. Okay. I'm back. All right. Thank you for watching Badger. He apparently wanted to be cooperative, which thank God, because I've got like fire out here, I've got alcohol out here. I was doing some energy clear and some offerings to the ancestors. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but I do offer it as blessings to the ancestors. It's a currency they really like, so we offer it. Anyway, so these were kind of like the crystals I was talking about. Something just flew up on my screen. These are kind of the crystals I was talking about. So they're little, they're teeny, and like I say, I just have like a whole little pouch that I carry around with me when I go out in public. This is just a little pouch that I got from the dollar store around Valentine's Day, but I love to, like I say, just put a whole bunch of these little crystals in my purse in this pouch, and I hand them out. And I did it with my boyfriend too. I gave him a bunch of crystals, I gave him a pouch, and he hands out my business cards, and he hands out crystals when he can. And I don't always hand out my business cards with crystals, but I do love to hand out crystals. And like I say, I get, like, me personally, I get these on Amazon, and I just get a whole bunch of them. I fill the bag, and I just keep passing them out wherever I see the need. And I know it's not much, yet it's a tiny little token, and it's a smile from the universe. And while it's not monetary, it is energetic currency, which is bigger than money. When you start passing out the currency of love, the vibration of love and abundance, and it doesn't have monetary value, you start changing the game. When you teach people to love, even if it's tiny things, they start taking back the keys to their car. The system hates when you fall in love, because then they can't control you. So do the things that you love. Be defiant, peacefully. Anyway, okay. Yeah, so those are the crystals. Like I say, I just hand those out whenever I go around. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna switch decks. All right, Cottage Country, do you think of your question, my love? Okay, what do the spirits need to tell you about your love life? And I'm actually going to switch, not slightly into my tarot, but into a different deck. So we'll go into a different oracle deck. This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So for Cottage Country, what do the spirits need to tell you about your love life? Okay, I love, because, yeah. Okay, so this was on the bottom before it started shuffling. I almost said shifting, which ironically that came out, but intuitively this was on the bottom before I started shuffling. So the irony that this was the card that flipped. So the fault line. There's, in your love life, there's a fracture, there's a fault line. So you need to figure out, how do we get beyond the fault line? And this this really does kind of pick up to where we were talking yesterday, and I kind of feel like I kind of was trying to get around, or I was trying to verbalize how I wanted to say it, was that you in your past had like a karmic path to learn, and now there's a huge fracture in that sand. So are you figuring out how to get beyond it? Are you figuring out how to traverse it? Is it safe? Is it stable? So in your love life right now, there is that huge divide, like the huge Grand Canyon, the fault line. So this is where you truly need to ask yourself, how do I proceed? Is it safe to proceed? Or do I just travel and completely go beyond that? So the King. And if you look at this is all about authority. Stopping in your tracks. This is the ultimate high. Has said, no more. Like the divine is calling judgment on your life. It's saying, you know what? Halt, stop. So that relationship, and it's all internal work. So you have to work on what internal wounds do you have to heal, because universe is saying right now you need to heal. This is authority over your life, and here is that part of it. You are the authority of your life. You are the king of your life. When do you stop trying to, as I hold it upside down, when do you stop trying to traverse this danger to fill a hole that isn't being filled? And that's meant out of love. That's like, when do you start taking your life back in your hands and you start saying, I am the authority of my life and I don't put up with this? What shifted last night? What shifted today? Because it feels like your energy is more authoritative. Like, yeah, no, whatever tomfool fuckery was going on, it's done now. Maybe? Let me know feedback on that. I feel like something shifted. Yeah, but it's like something shifted energetically. So Cottage Country, please do me that favor. And in your love life, step back, it's like take that hermit and take that authoritarian, that Aries or that in charge emperor energy, because that's what you get with the king, is that in charge energy, that emperor energy. You have to work on your self-control yourself before you can truly be part of a cohesive relationship. Yep. Yes. Because you are worth more than friends. And your ex is too. Right? You and her are both worth more. So you drew the line in the sand, which I'm so freaking proud of you, right? You went, you did your homework. You went and you did your homework. And then you went with your ex and you did your homework, right? You started saying, I am the king in my life. Gender fluid. I am the king in my life. Friends with benefits doesn't fill my cup. I can't do it anymore. Was her response positive or negative, I guess? Did she say yes or no, or did she say I need to think on it? Or I can pull a card on that, but I'm glad for, like, that there was, okay, so the judge, there is decisions being made, like finalities, and this is like spiritual court finalities, judgment. Yeah, no, and I love that for you, because this is, you have finally called judgment. And until she puts in the work on her end, or even, it's not even that she has to put in the work, she has to be willing to put in that work with you. And if she's not willing, then she's not for you. And that's a blessing. If she don't want to put in the work to be with you, then she's not for you. And that's a blessing. Like, I love when people that aren't for me see the exit. Because I'm like, no, thank you. You were creating more drama for me while I was trying to build. You were drawing me back. So stand on business. We're all getting heavy in our boundaries right now. Like, a lot of us have learned, especially if we sit in divine positions, that I can love you and I still have to create boundaries with you, and I still have to send 10 toes down on them, even if it breaks my heart. I'll pull another card after that Judgment card. The thing is I think until, like, I probably won't be able to see what her mind says, because she, like, that, she has to make that call and deliver that news to you, if that makes sense. Yes, sir. Yeah, so, like, I can be your cheerleader, I can be here for guidance, I can give you direction, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it is her choice and your choice how y'all proceed. I can just give guidance for, like, synchronicity, confirmation, or even, like, if something I say doesn't fit right, then you get to go back and say, like, yeah, that doesn't fit. So I'm just here as, like, a guidance for your own intuition. Yeah? I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, or I'm not telling you anything. No. I wouldn't wait for her. I wouldn't completely move on. But I wouldn't, like, don't try and go find somebody while she's making a decision. But, like, don't wait for her either. Like, continue to do the things that you love. Like, here's the thing. Because I got in that wait. I mean, I was in the marriage of waiting for someone because they traveled all the time. So it was like I couldn't truly do things in life without them, because then they would have fear of missing out. They would get angry that I went and saw that movie without them. Well, I got to the point where it's like, I'm going to go see that movie, because if I have to wait for you, we're never going to see it. So don't wait for anyone to do the things that make you happy. Like, if you want to go to a concert, don't wait for them to be willing to go to that concert with you. Go to that concert by yourself. Anima Mundi. So, Anima Mundi, this is, I want you to drop into what you need, what you want, not anyone else. Don't wait for anyone else. Drop into who you are at your base. Anima Mundi is, how do you connect with who you are instinctually on a feral level? How do you connect with your wants, your needs, your desires, your shadow? If someone's not filling your cup, don't keep waiting for them, my love. Anima Mundi, go back to your nature to find what you want and love and desire and need most. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. Zayara, would you like to get in and ask a question, my love? Or are you just here for the tea? Just here for the fun, here for the tea? Alethea, how are you balancing that divinity, that mirror within you? How are you balancing the light, the dark, the golden, the royalty? Balance it. Alethea, that alchemy, that marrying, that, how do you marry your light and your dark, or your animal and your man? How do you make the most beautiful version of yourself? Become the alchemist and marry your light and dark. Become peace with it, become friends with it, become best friends with your shadow, because it will serve you well. Your shadow is where you are the strongest. And you deny that because it scares you how powerful you are, and it shouldn't. That is your biggest strength, when you deny the offering. The offering. How are you bringing forth that with which you wish for the most? What are you offering to the universe? Are you offering yourself fully to the universe? Are you offering yourself fully to love? Are you offering yourself fully to abundance? Cottage Country, I hope all of that helped answer questions. The challenge with Source is sometimes, like, the more questions we ask, the more questions we get. That's like the challenge. We'll be like, oh, I want to know something, but then it's like it creates more questions, because it's like, oh, I didn't see that perspective, and maybe I should take a look again. Which is how you end up with tarot decks in your card for years, in your hands for years on end. Yeah. No, and my whole job is to make you introspect, and I love doing it. Like, my boyfriend, I love him, and I make him introspect a lot. I make myself introspect all day long, like all day long introspection. And while it's challenging, it's also like, how do we release those thoughts that kept us held back? When we are willing to go within and introspect and become the hermit and go within and seek our own light, we expand and grow and become such beautiful embodied creatures of divinity. Be willing to go within to bring your answers out. Once you figure out what you want, desire, need, you, not your ex-girlfriend, you want, need, desire, the world is your oyster and nothing can stop you. Ask for what you want. Ask for it boldly. Ask for it brazenly. Ask for it with your chest like you already have it. And you will. So don't get hung up on what everybody else wants you to be or what everyone else says you should be. Like, do you. You do you. Live your best life. Don't wait for anybody. Like, I've gotten that trap recently where, like, I'll be like, oh, I want to do something. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait, because it'll always be like, oh, I want to come out in the yard and dance with, like, glow-in-the-dark poi, but I need to get the music set up. I need to get this and that. No, I just started doing it, and it's so much fun. Like, when you just start doing what you can do with what you have right in that moment, because that's how the universe responds. Like, the universe responds to speed. When you tell the universe you want something, it says, okay, it's here right now. If you refuse to do anything with it, the universe won't keep giving you cool things. I don't know. The unseen. Believe in the unseen. Believe in the things that you cannot tangibly see with your eyes, because the universe is always listening. It is always willing to be your fairy godmother. Ask it. Ask it for the most beautiful, bold, desired dream you could ever wish for. And then assume it's yours. Assume it's yours. And if it keeps calling you, it's yours. Like, cottage country, as much as I talk about, like, with the ex, right? And I have a lot of stuff on my own, and that's something we could talk about on the other side. If your vision of your life and your future includes your ex in it, there's a reason for that. Your subconscious is telling you, hey, so-and-so is part of my future. So it just may not be that you guys are in alignment right now. It may be that you guys both have to do your healing work, and 2 years down the road from now, and I know no one wants to hear that, and I can speak because I've been going through this journey, right? I want things fast, but it doesn't always happen that way, because the person that I may want, we may both have wounds and healing that we need to do, and we're just not ready to be together yet. Like, there are certain people that I see in my future, and that's because I know that, like, that's meant for me. It doesn't look like it right now, but if it keeps calling you, if it keeps saying it's your future, it's part of your destiny, it is. So don't listen to your mind saying it's not working. It's just whatever the combination and the effect is, it doesn't work now for you guys. It doesn't mean it won't work down the road. Like, that is the part of it. If something keeps calling you, that's your subconscious saying that's for you. Don't lose the vision. And I know that's such a crazy making neurotic statement, because I've been through it, and yet it does make sense. Like, if something is meant for us, it's going to keep calling us until we answer the call and we open the door. Like, if you know you were always meant to be a star, being a star, or roles to be a star, are going to keep calling you until you're willing to step into the role and answer the call to be that star. The universe will keep calling you when it's meant for you. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Hopefully none of this sounds preachy, or like, this is just things I've learned along the way, and things I'm willing to share with people, and just, like, it's shit I've lived. So when I talk about stuff, like, I talk about from experience, and I get told, like, oh, you talk a big game. No, I talk a big game because I can actually swing a big game. So when people want to call me on my experiences, no, I've done it. Ho'oponopono. I gave you the first assignment to start healing yesterday. That is the chef's kiss, my love. I do have another one if you're ready. Zayara, if you want to join. I don't know if I say your name wrong or right. I am sorry if I say it wrong every time, my love. If you want to grab a pen and paper, and I'll give you another homework assignment. This is an inner child healing homework assignment. It's very big. It's very powerful. It's going to rock your world. And yet it makes difference. If you want moves that work really fast, I've got them. It's painful though. So when you're ready, let me know. The self, I love that this card came out as confirmation. The self, this is tapping into your divine inner wisdom. I love that it comes out for confirmation. The inner pearl of wisdom is within you. I'm just here to help guide you along the way. You have to actually do the homework. That is the hardest part. I can bring the homework to everyone, but if they won't do it, it does no good. The ones that do the homework, because I'm one of those, I do every assignment I'm given. Even when it's hard, even when I cuss, even when I'm pissed, I do it. It may take me forever. It will get done. Anyway, it's knowing that you are the treasure, my love. Okay. Your homework assignment is, and you have to have some space and time for this, and it really is for you, and don't put any pressure on yourself, and it's going to be hard. And the first time I did it, like, I wrote a long ass letter, but write a letter to your inner child at whatever age you felt that you were lost, abandoned, hurt, defeated the most by the people that were supposed to love you the most. Write a letter to that child with your dominant hand. Like, say, so I'm a right-handed person, so I wrote my letter out, and like I say, my letter was probably 7 pages the first time I wrote it out. I know that sounds long, yet when you have decades of pain stacked up, 7 pages is just, that's like a period at the end of the sentence. That's just the start. So write a letter to your inner child at whatever age, and say your apologies to them. Tell them how you really felt. Tell them how you wish you had protected them. Tell them whatever you need to tell them. It really is for you. However you need to love your inner child that wasn't loved properly as a kid, you get to love them. So write them that letter, and it's emotional, and it rips you apart, and it feels like shreds of glass. And then when you're ready, switch hands and write the response. Because, this feels so unnatural, and the response typically isn't very long, because remember, this is coming from your inner child. So the response typically isn't very long. Write the response in your other hand. It sounds so simple, yet it's not easy, because you take all of the things that you were never allowed to feel. Like, we always say, oh, it didn't happen, or it couldn't happen to me, or I wasn't that person. No, it did. So feel it. You went through it, feel it. Trauma dump it on paper, and then write your response. When you're done with that, if you so wish, burn the response. Or don't. But for me, like, burning it is releasing it to the universe. You're releasing that pain, that trauma, that heartache of being failed as a little kid. I know it's going to be so hard, my love. So incredibly worth it, I promise. When you come back to tell me tomorrow, you're going to, like, you'll have grown leaps and bounds. If you're brave enough to do the assignment, when you come back the next time I see you, you're going to have, like, such internal clarification shifts. It's going to be hard as hell, and you're going to cry, probably. I mean, I do. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. But because it's hard to write with that hand, it's even harder to read the response from your little inner child. Because mine was brutal, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. Because I realized, like, I couldn't protect myself then, I can protect myself now. So while certain triggers will make me feel like I was 5 again, and I couldn't protect myself at 5, I can now. There comes profound healing when you start being willing to sit with the things that have torn you apart and saying, no one protected me then, it wasn't right, but I can protect me now. So hopefully that helps. What I deal in is like nitty gritty hard shit, yet if you want the results, you have to be willing to do the hard shit. If it was so easy, everybody would be doing it. But I can tell you, I have radically transformed my life by being willing to do the work, even when I've been alone, even when they've come against me, even when they've tried to hurt me, even when I've tried to hurt myself, even when I've begged for every way out. I still show up and do the work, and my life is completely radically different. I mean, I'm willing to sit with the hard emotions, but that's because I know that it's liberation. It's liberation for me. It's liberation for my children. It's liberation for my family. When I'm brave enough to break that generational cycle, my grandkids never have to pay the price for what my parents did. I was brave enough to break the cycle when mom couldn't, so that my grandkids don't have to pay. And that seems like a really big job, and it is. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job at it or not. I'm trying. I don't know. Time will tell. I did the best I could. I know that what everybody else was doing didn't make sense, so I had to start my own path. And they all called me crazy, and they all tried to destabilize me, and they all tried to stop my path, but a whole group of people coming against me couldn't stop me. So either I'm really powerful, or I don't know, like groups of people, whole groups. The family will hate you when you break the cycle, yet it's the best thing you can do for yourself, because it's peace over chaos. When you break the cycle, you choose your peace and the peace of your kids and the peace of your lineage and the peace of your whatever over whatever toxic, chaotic fuck shit your family wanted you to participate in. Don't do it. Be brave enough. It's hard as hell. I don't know. Hopefully all of this helps. If you ever want to talk about more of it, please ask. Like, I have a lot of stuff I talk about. I've had a very varied life. I've lived a lot of roles. I've done a lot of things. And I also haven't either. I have so much more to explore and grow and learn. Have a beautiful day, my love. I hope to see you soon. Please take advantage of that homework assignment. Be safe in your travels. Anywho. Alright. I'm going to pull a few more cards and then I'm going to hop out. Well, maybe I'll just get up and take a snack break. I may need a snack break. It's about that time. I'm a hungry bitch. Love life, but still a hungry bitch. I'm going to pull another card from the unknown archetype guidebook. And then we'll take a little snack. We'll do a little stretch. Get up, groove around, maybe move around. Badger seems like he wants a drink of water. Although I brought him water, but he's hot. Anyway, probably. Oh, I know. Okay, handsome. Yeah. Does that feel better? Can I give you a fan? Yeah. I'm handsome. Hey, baby. Dogs are physical guardians, so our dogs are our physical protectors in the 3D world. The mentor. How do you start opening your receptivity to receiving wisdom and knowledge from places that you wouldn't expect? How do you start opening to wisdom and knowledge from places that you wouldn't expect? So start opening to the mentor, and the mentor will show up. When you're ready for the mentor to show up, they'll come to you. And I feel like that's kind of what that message is that the mentor is coming in. You need to be receptive and open to allowing them to come in to teach you. Are you coachable? Can you be taught? Are you willing to learn new skills, talents, healing, assignments? Do you keep growing? Do you keep going? Are you willing? And that's the biggest thing in life too, is we ask for things, we want things, but do we have space in our life to support them? Like when we want love, like do we embody healthy love within ourselves? Because if we got love, would we take care of it and cultivate it, or would we treat it horribly? Because if you're not healed, if you still have ungrounded, wounded healing, like inner child wise, you're not going to take good care of the love that you get. So you're not going to honor yourself or your partner if you get into a relationship and you haven't done your own work. Like the biggest thing you can do for yourself is to, like the biggest thing you can give to your partner is to love yourself properly. Like I had this example come up. My boyfriend and I are very big on safety, especially energetically. Like the energy has been weird, so we're always like, be super cautious. I love you. Let me know when you get there. Be safe travels, everything. And when I wish people goodbye, it's always, safe travels. Like, please take care of yourself along the way. I don't know where I was going with that. I guess I don't need to, but create that space. Oh, what I was going to say is that he was sending me messages, and he's always huge about me being safe, and I couldn't respond, but I showed up at his work, and I was like, I would have responded to you, but I promised someone that I love that I would keep myself safe and protect myself and take care of myself. So the biggest thing you can give to the people you love is taking care of yourself and protecting yourself. Like, I know that sounds selfish, but how can you be a good partner if you don't love and protect and take care of yourself? If you, like, I used to get mad at my ex because, well, he didn't see his value and worth. I did. And he would do reckless shit, and I would get mad at him because I'm like, you don't care about you, but I care about you. I love you. Don't hurt yourself because I love you. And if anything were to happen to you, that would hurt me. And I've had that, like, energetically, I've had that come up with my current partner. Actually, I have that come up with a lot of people I'm attached to, is that when they're feeling sad or they hurt themselves, like, I end up actually physically hurt. Like, if they hurt themselves because they were being reckless, I get hurt in the same manner that they do. And that's, like, we share that energetic line. So I've started telling my boyfriend, I'm like, the biggest thing you can do for me is to protect and take care of yourself. Because when you get hurt, I get hurt. And I know people don't maybe believe or understand or can appreciate that, yet it is an incredibly powerful bond, and it's also incredibly telling. And when your telepathy starts actually going full regalia, you will start realizing that hurting yourself, whether it be drinking too much, smoking too much, fighting with other people, gambling, scary, like doing things that are detrimental to yourself, hurts the people that love you the most. So in order to like honor people that love you, you have to take good care of you, because at the end of the day, people love you and they want you to get home safe. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't really like talking too much about the ex, but that's a good life learning example, and that's a good example of part of the generational patterns and traumas I've put away, is that I had to stop investing in people that were constantly draining me or putting me in detriment. Like, I can't love you properly if you're putting me in danger. So, like, for our example, infidelity was an issue. Well, I was in a committed monogamous relationship for over 15 years, and apparently I was the only one. So when I figured out, because I started having symptoms, it was, you're putting me in danger. I can't protect me or you if you're putting me in danger. So sometimes it's loving someone enough to be willing to evict them from your life when they're detrimental to you and to themselves. Like, I've learned that if people are going to pursue addictions, I have to love myself and them enough to say, I will not participate in this. I will see you later, or not at all. I will love you and never speak to you again because you can't respect and take care of yourself and be the best version of you for me. Yeah. I don't know. I've started asking it for myself. That's why Ho'oponopono is so important. It's how do you start loving and forgiving yourself and everyone else around you? Like, how do you start saying, I deserve better than this. I'm worth more than this. I'm worth more than broken love and not knowing, like, pain and abuse. Lean into your village should you need. Lean into, even if that village is your spiritual team. Like, a lot of times we do walk alone, and yet we're never truly alone. Our spirit guides, our spirit team are walking beside us. So even if it feels like your village of humans are nowhere to be found, please know that you have a village of spiritual guidance all around you and protecting you. On the underside, it's because you are the gem. You are willing, you are brave enough to break those patterns. You are willing, you are brave enough to say, you know what, I don't have to settle for less, and I know my worth. Hopefully all of these messages provide guidance and love, and I'm not just jabbering on to jabber on. I'm gonna go get a snacky snack real quick though, so I'll be right back. Hello, handsome. I'll be right back. Alright, man. Alright, sir. You wanna go in the house? Yeah. Wanna get some food? Go. Yeah. Go. Okay, give me a minute. I'm just doing a reset real quick. I gotta get him situated to get a snacky snack. Okay. I'm back. Kind of. I'm just shoving food in my mouth. Shocking. Okay. Get some water. It's always the biggest answers in life when everything gets really hard, scary, we don't know what's going on. We don't know which way to go. Breathe, drink water, meditate, rest, relax. I know it sounds so simple, yet it's not easy. Like, we always say, like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and rest, but then we get up and we keep moving. Or, you know, we forget to drink our water, and then we wonder why we're dehydrated houseplants with complex emotions, and we're crying. Well, dude, if you're properly if you were properly hydrated, you probably wouldn't feel so out of balance. So yeah, I mean, it's really hard. Breathe, drink your water, rest, meditate. I've been doing a lot of that myself today. I was doing my own homework. I was doing energetic clearing. I've done some breath work and some meditation today. That's another big thing, is that when you want to start healing, you start doing exercises that tap you into your body. So like Kundalini yoga, breath work, they all deeply transform you on a cellular level because it changes like your blood chemistry. So you want to start changing things within your life, within your body, start doing the exercises that actually change you on a cellular level.
It is hard. It's worth it. It's transformative. It is hard as hell, but I will tell you, in relationships, I would rather, because we were functioning alcoholics, my ex and I, which I don't really like to talk about, but I do. It's part of the journey, it's part of the process, it was part of the generational curses. And I would rather do a breath work and then be intimate than have drinks with dinner and then be intimate. Because at least that way you're clearing out energetic patterns between the two of you. You're both doing energy healing together, and then you're sharing intimacy. So in your relationships, yeah, breath work is hard, but do it with your intimate partner and see how much communication opens up. I'm full of them. I also love to do sound therapy with my partner. Like, he and I, we play around with sound bowls all the time, and you would be amazed about how much energy flows and healing between the two of us when we integrate sound into our lives, like as a partner. Like, he'll see me struggling with something when he's like, he'll see me struggling with something, and then because I was the OG on this, right? And I have all the sound bowls, but I've done it for him so that he intuitively washes, and he'll see me struggling with something, and he'll pick up the sound bowl and just help me ease through like an energetic pain and like transition that pain, because he understands that helps me heal. Sound helps me heal as it helps him heal. So he knows that if I'm struggling with emotion, especially like I carry a lot of emotion and pain in my pelvic and in my abdomen, and that's trauma. That's generational traumas and generational cycles and too much abuse. So he knows that like if I have energy trapped and I'm struggling and I can't get it on my own, he will intuitively assist me by using sound. So it's when you start doing the healing work, you will find partners that will integrate and help you heal yourself. That's why healing, like, we are all interdependent, and we all need each other, because it's like we can't heal without each other. Like, someone else has a better tool, they can reach a better angle than we can to get what we need done sometimes. Hopefully that makes sense, or maybe I gave you more questions to ask. Which I actually brought my sound bowl out, so I'm probably going to grab that in a minute and I'll ring it and we'll clear out. I feel like I'm back in high school again. Like, you can't eat in class. I know that's silly because, it's my life, it's my life. But I do kind of feel weird when I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom, because I'm like I have to ask permission. I'm like, I'm sorry, like, people want to be like judging, or they want to say you shouldn't do that. You know what? No, it's my life. You don't like my life? There's the door. That's the other part. When you start healing, you start getting what you want. You start telling people, like, if you're not a part of the mission, get out. If you're not here to help build, like, I don't have time. So okay. So I'm gonna bring out the sound bowl. I'm gonna take another bite of, or not another bite, but take some more peanuts, and then we'll bring out the sound bowl. That's the thing. Okay. Healing is such a weird little niche. Yet it's my niche. So what I'm going to say, for me, while my former partners have never been healers per se, it was super imperative that when I started dating again, I was finding people that were embracing and helping me heal. So, like, I stayed single and I stayed celibate for longer than I ever have in my entire life on my healing journey until I found a partner that could help me support the vibration of healing and was willing to do the off-the-wall things like breath work and meditation with me, because breath work, that is a part of my life. Like, I do that with my boyfriend. Yeah, but here's the thing. When you start doing it, you'll start finding your people. I'm here, like, to help heal. And my boyfriend's here to help heal. And you're here to help heal. So it's like I thought it was, okay. I told you I was alcohol, and I thought dating and people being, being a non-drinker and dating was going to be impossible. And yet, I couldn't imagine dating a drinker anymore. And yeah, it's hard to find people, yet it's quality versus quantity. Like, the people that don't drink are better quality. And when I hang out with them, I don't want to drink. Like, I love that my boyfriend, I go to, like, a brunch place, and I don't want to get loaded on mimosas. Like, being with my boyfriend doesn't inspire me to get loaded on mimosas. Like, being with my boyfriend, it's like, okay, let's go out in the yard and do yoga and breath work and expand. So, it's hard when you start healing and you really do go on that hermit journey and you really do kind of go within and find yourself. But when you do start opening and finding people that heal with you, it's so amazing. It takes a while and it's really hard, but it's incredibly worth it. You start realizing, like, you're worth it. Even though your circle is small, it's better to have a small circle of solid people than a huge circle of no one that's willing to help you. Hopefully that makes sense. I forgot the dog's not out here anymore. I can put my fan back so I can get cool again. Usually know it sounds silly, but how silly is that I take care of the dog so you don't overheat versus taking care of me? Or maybe that was the whole point. I don't know. Okay. Alright. Let me... Whew. Okay. It might be about time to go in. The bugs are starting to bite now. It's getting late enough in the evening that or maybe I just need the fan on me. It's getting late enough in the evening and my incense burned out a long time ago to help ward off the bugs. So, I don't know. It's been busy around here. I've done a lot of divine feminine, like, womb healing in the last few days. So, yesterday was a very important date to me, so then I had a lot of healing and growth and grace to flow through with that. So I'm going to ring out the sound bowl, and then I'm probably going to go in pretty soon just because the bugs are biting and the animals probably want some time. They'll get sad when they don't get my time either. Okay. So this is the Ancient Om bowl, and this is to help awaken your inner ancient divine knowledge. You are part of the cycle, every formative part of it. You are connected to the old and the divine infinitely. So take a big breath in, blow it out, Let go of any old patterns that are no longer serving your highest good or that of those around you. Breathe into the space deep in your belly and let go of the patterns, the people, the places, the things that no longer resonate with your highest self and are holding you back from achieving your highest dreams. Take a big breath in. Hold it. Blow it out. Let all your fears about who you are supposed to be for anyone else melt away. Let all your fears of who you are supposed to be for anyone else melt away. Alright, so that is the ancient bowl to connect with your inner wisdom, knowledge, and knowing that you are old. You are infinite soul in a human body having an experience. You're there is no limit upon you. So release anything. Take a big breath in. Release anything. Blow it out. That is no longer aligned with what you want at the core. Okay. I am Lara Jo, SirenSong lover, doing a collective read and energy clear. Gonna pull a few tarot cards. I was just doing out the sound bowl just to get any resonant energy that is stuck on us. Get it off of us. We don't need to hold on to it. Anything that wishes to come up off of us, we vibrate it off with the energy bowl. So, on the bottom is the Emperor. How are you standing in your embodiment of everything that you want, need, desire, wish for? You are the creator of your own life. Act like it. You create your own destiny. Act like it. Okay. Alright, let's see if there's any other. 10 of Wands. Put down the burdens that are not for you to carry. Put down the burdens that are not for you to carry. It's too heavy. And there's too many people riding on your back. Don't do it anymore. Don't carry anyone else. They're not your monkey to carry on your back. It's the 9 of Pentacles. When you put down those heavy, passionate burdens, you will usher in your financial abundance. Stop carrying the weight of other people. This is such a message for myself. I need to stop carrying the weight, the burdens, the expectations of other people because it has put me financially in lack. I've been doing it and it's been holding me back. So I need to learn the lesson too. How do I ask for what I want and take up space and create space? How do I create space
for all that I want. If you want to do really cool, big things, you have to tell the universe what you're going to do with that money that you would get, or that abundance. Like, if you want to do cool things and take up space, you have to create the cool things to take up space. Otherwise, the universe won't give you the resources to create it. Four of Cups. Emotional lack. This is needing to put yourself in a space of solitude because you feel like everyone left you behind. You're not left behind. You still have friends that care about you, that are willing to come to you even when you don't understand that they're there. Five of Swords. Leave the betrayal, the mind games, the anger behind. Leave it behind. Don't carry it forward. It's not helping you. Don't hang around people that want to put swords in your back and want to create chaos and conflict and confusion. Do not, like, the people that don't want to see you as a Theo are not the people that are going to help you. Three of Wands. Be willing to walk away from things that are not supporting your foundation, supporting your passion, supporting your growth. Walk away from it. Be willing to go back to the drawing board. Two of Cups. It'll bring in love, emotional stability, abundance. When you start walking away from the things that rob you of your passions, Five of Wands, chaos, conflict, confusion, you will find love, inner union, balance, divinity. You walk away. Be willing to walk away from the things that are hard to walk away from. Even if you don't understand, even if you don't want to. That's like part of it. I don't even know how many projects I've had to walk away from that I never truly wanted to, and yet I knew that it was going to be for the best, for the highest good of all, so I had to. Eight of Cups. I love the confirmation. This is walking away after doing all of the emotional work. You've done all the work. Past, present, future. You've done all the work. Walk away from it and let it tend on its own. Don't keep watering cups that aren't watering you. Be willing to walk away from things that are emotionally not filling your cup. Alright, so let's see what other cards come on in. I am Lara Joe, SirenSong lover. Should you wish to tip, it's always appreciated. You can do so here. You can do so Cash App, Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital O, Hermit. Go within. Seek the light within you. Seek the knowledge of how you need to heal yourself. I feel so broken record. We are also in Virgo season, so it's beautiful that the Hermit keeps popping out to tell us about our finances. When you go within to seek clarity, your finances will get right and tight. So please be willing to sit and do the work. Do the hard work. Sit by yourself. You know, when people say, I don't like you, cool, I don't like you either. Like, when people try to, like, diss me, and I'm like, I don't respect your opinions, I don't respect your life choices, so your opinions don't matter to me. Like, if their life choices aren't something that you agree with, like, why should their opinions be something you agree with either? Yeah, like, I've had a lot of that recently, is that people wanting to condemn me, and I'm like, I don't respect you as a person, so you condemning me has no weight. Like, you couldn't sit 10 seconds in my seat. You couldn't understand what was going on. So don't even pretend that your opinion of how I live or who I am or what I do, it doesn't matter. Because you couldn't do what I do. So don't rag on it. Five of Wands. Again, leaving those conflicts about your passions, about, don't do it. Stop fighting with people that just want to fight with the wind. I've had that conversation with so many people, is like, stop fighting the wind. You want to fight anything so bad that you will fight the wind, throw punches with the wind, and the wind isn't doing anything to you, it's the wind. I watched grown men throw punches at the air because they were just so mad, and when I said, hey man, this is a futile fight, you're battling with the wind, and then they got mad, even more upset. I'm like, dude, like, you're fighting a futile battle just because you want to fight. Like, use your resources in better ways. Start fighting the matters that really
matter. Like, stop fighting the wind, stop fighting nature, stop fighting yourself, and start doing something productive. If you're angry about something, or if you're hurt about something, or you're confused about something, start putting it out there in a medium. Start writing it down. Start performing music. Start playing whatever. Just start getting your story out there, out of you, in constructive ways. Artists are successful because they take their heartbreak and their pain and they turn it into their masterpiece. Take your heartbreak, take your pain, turn it into the most beautiful masterpiece of your life. Like the hermit. The hermit, the hermit, the hermit, the hermit. Go within to seek the light that you are seeking. You have the knowledge, the wisdom that you need. The universe is trying to talk to you. Are you listening? Or are you pressing the snooze button? Because the universe will call. I mean, the universe calls everyone, right? But so few people want to or listen or receive the call because they're too busy looking at the next car or the next woman or the next man or the next blah, blah, blah. Well, the universe is trying to tell you that your best life is living out there, and it's not with that car or not with that person. Are you willing to listen to the universe and live your most amazing, beautiful life? It takes strength. It takes courage, heavy lion, heavy Leo energy, being brave in the face of danger. She is wrestling with a lion. If you're gonna wrestle with anything, don't let it be the wind. Let it be a lion. Take your strength and be courageous in the face of fear. Don't let fear hold you back. What's the worst thing that can happen? Okay, so this is exercise I gave my boyfriend today, and it was an exercise I needed, and it was one of those that if you're having a hard time, take and set a timer for 5 minutes and then just journal for 5 minutes. Just set a timer for 5 minutes. If your brain is spinning and you can't get your thoughts out, take 5 minutes on a piece of paper, just write for 5 minutes. Don't even think about it, don't even talk about it, don't even, just 5 minutes, just straight write. And you would be amazed about how many junk ideas just filter out, and you're like, I'm no longer carrying that. And that feels amazing. So sometimes when you're having a hard time, just take and write for 5 minutes, and you can throw that paper away, you can burn it, you can keep it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. You don't ever have to share it with anyone else. You don't even have to read it when you do it. Sometimes, like a lot of stuff, I don't even write after I journal. It literally is just dumping it on paper just to get it out so that the clearest thought can come through. It brings me back to radiation principles and grids and scatter radiation, which is such a random thought, except for before all of this, I did x-ray and radiology and radiation and mammography. And so my core principle from being younger, when I started out in life, was how does it relate to the radiation field? So in radiation, because not all of the beam that's used is useful in radiation, they have what's called a grid. And what it does is it filters out radiation that isn't useful information for the bigger picture. So in life, how are we taking and how are we using grids and filtering out the information that we don't need to be able to get through life? So when you dump your information, like journal it, just dump all your information, dump your thoughts, dump your prayers, dump your whatever. It filters out anything that you don't need to hold on to anymore, and it allows for like the most dominant, prominent theme to come through. And it's something you do yourself. 7 of Swords. Be willing to walk away from the betrayals, the heartbreaks, the deceptions. 7 is all about there's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many options. There's too many choices. So walk away from those mind games, those heartbreaks, those betrayals that all they do is drain you.
the Hierophant, using higher knowledge, using that divine wisdom to figure out what you need, what you want. This is Taurus energy. This is, when we think Hierophant, we think higher level knowledge. I mean, I think Pope, I think those are, Hierophant is how are you? You don't need a man to tell you. You don't need anyone else to tell you how to live, evolve, be righteous. You merely need to tap into source and to yourself in order to find all the wisdom and answers that you need. Nine of Pentacles. I love that this card keeps popping out. And it keeps popping out because it's like we're building our finances when we're willing to separate ourselves, use higher knowledge, and go within. We build our finances. We build our pentacles. We build our stability. We sit in that abundance, that beauty. The Hierophant flipped right back out again. So using your higher knowledge to get what you want from life. Stop playing the games that no one else is playing fair. These are the last three cards I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to hop out and move on for the day. It's been a really busy day. It's going to continue being a really busy day. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I kind of feel like Eminem. I just kind of settled some heavy court shit, which is a whole story, and that's a whole another day and a whole another ball game. But all of that was settled, and my life just became a lot faster because it's like all of that stuff had been holding me back for like 2 years. And now that's kind of situated. So now it's like all that stuff that I've been holding myself back on for the last 2 years because of that situation has now been, the brakes are taken off. And I was dealing with that challenge this morning because it was like, it feels like financial lack or people controlling your destiny is punishment. And a lot of what universe and source has taught me in the last few years is it's protection. When things aren't coming to you, it's protection. Because if you had full access to something and you didn't realize that someone in your circle was going to take that from you, the universe won't release it to you full bore because they want you to have it. Like the universe will protect things so that someone else can't gain access. So like I've had a lot of projects for the last 2 years that have been needing to be brought out, but because I had parties in my environment that all they would have done was destroyed it because that's all they ever did. It was like universe, source, and myself guided not to withhold those gifts as punishment, but to hold it as protection. Like all of that was being held safeguard in an egg so that the people that wanted to hurt me and take everything from me couldn't touch it. And then once they start getting their hands off of me, because I've started taking back that seat in my own life, started saying like, hey, you can't play those games with me. The boundary game has just been on point, but when you start realizing your energy is precious, you have to start also realizing that your boundaries need to be on point because they will take it. And again, universe will protect you. It's not punishment. It's because they're protecting like whatever your egg is, because they know that if so and so could touch it, that they would take it from you and then leave you. So I know that sounds just kind of it's been a life lesson. It's been a long lesson. Like I was such a giver for so long. It was like I would give and give and give until I was empty, not realizing that I was supposed to have those blessings because the people that wanted it for themselves weren't going to turn around and help anyone else. I would though. So they also knew that those blessings had to be protected so that I could help people beyond that person. And I don't know, it's kind of a challenge. Like I've learned that sometimes I am people's karma. I am a test from the universe that when people have power, position, how do they treat others? And a lot of people have failed that test because it's like I was sent to help and to heal you, and instead you wanted to steal and destroy me. And you can't destroy a healer.
Like, when you come for me, you come for the divine. So if you have beef with me, you have beef with God, and God's gonna smack you. Like, I may not, but God saw what you did behind closed doors, and he didn't like it, or she didn't like it. I go both ways, because, like, God, like the divine creator, is truly feminine with the womb, with the cosmic creation. Like, yet God is duality, so God is also masculine. So, yeah. When you have a problem with me, you take a problem with the universe, and that's a real problem. So the last 3 cards that came out, and I love that the Hierophant just chasing me, haunting me, stalking me. So me and you, maybe we have a Taurus, or maybe this is just the Taurus within our chart placement that's saying tap into your higher knowledge. Your phone line to God is within you. Your direct source, your direct connection, it's you. You embody it. You are the Hierophant. You are the Pope. You are the higher knowledge. You don't need to go to church. You don't need to go to confessional. You don't need to come see me. You just need to tap into you, baby. I mean, you can come see me. I always love it. I always love to chat. I always love to share. Yeah. I'm such a chatter, I fall asleep talking to the wall. I joke about other people in my life that do it, but it's because I do it. Like, I have so much to share and so much to say that I literally will fall asleep talking, because there's just so much. So, the Hierophant. I know that when I am talking out loud to myself, I am actually talking to God. I'm talking to my higher self. I'm literally just having a business meeting. Hanged Man. Changing perspectives, being willing to look at it from a different view to gather the knowledge that you need. I love the weather is just about to turn. So this isn't a beautiful confirmation, and I'm a huge weather diviner, and I've been working with the weather all day. So the fact that the weather is just about to turn is just such a cool thing. Anyway, Hanged Man, changing perspective, changing the views on what you need in life, and being those King of Wands, that fiery, passionate, the destination, the creation of your own life. So start tapping into your abundance, your divine wisdom, your knowledge, and knowing that you are the creator. I'm going to turn the camera just to show the weather for just a moment, and then I'm going to head up on out of here. I got some other work to do. Definitely some other weather divining and or healing. I've got some big healing to do today. I've been working on it really heavy and hard, and so yeah, this is just like, it's midway through the day. It's not even midway through the day, sorry. It's almost dinner time, and I've accomplished a lot, and I still have more to go, but let me show you how the weather's going. Anyway, we'll flip you around. I don't know if you can see all this lovely, beautiful weather doing what it's doing. I don't know if you can tell. Doesn't look like much, but I know that this is about to be a wicked storm. Anyway, I hope you have safe travels wherever you are, and you come back and see me. And yeah, I am Larry Joe, SirenSong lover. Should you wish to tip, it's always appreciated. Should you wish to sow into my ministry, can be done so at SirenSong lover, or sorry, capital S for Siren, capital S for Song, capital L for Lover, at Cash App. You can also go SirenSongLover@yahoo.com if you want to email me, if you want to talk to me, if you have questions, you want to book a service, any of that, please do. I can also be found SirenSongLover .in. That's my website. I'm also Siren's Gadget Store. I know, lots of just homework, finishing up stuff. Anyway, I'm going to try and stay safe with this storm rolling in, because it's about to get wicked. Wherever you are, I pray that you stay safe. Always call upon your guidance, your gods, your ancestors, whoever you call upon them. Ask for guidance, ask for protection. If it feels like too big a job for you, please, by all means, ask for help. I ask all the time, like, I know this is above my pay grade. Please help me with this. I realize that it's a burden I can't carry. Know when it's too much for you. Ask for help. The mentor that you seek is coming for you. All right. Have a great day, guys.